it's time to get it lit. We got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
simultaneously over Joyce Rock.
We earn
30 years.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Washington Redskins. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Mark the Hunt! 180! You better bring. I'm letting you know right now.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And his first look is incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Cousins on first down. Now a loose football. The ball comes out into the Redskins. Haven't they do? Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. Cousins now to throw on first down. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 34.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. They'll run with Cook. There's a nice move. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They try again with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go play action with Haskins. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Shamar Stephen able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Washington. Steven Sims, 79 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They go play action. Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Cousins now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Here we go, 48.
They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now Haskins to throw it. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Redskins' 14-yard line.
7-7, our score after one. Throwing on second down. Cousins, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Play fake. Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able. To convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check 4, check 4. Quaker Omaha.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
At the 10-yard line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Cousins to throw it. Forced out to his left. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Ben Gideon in on the stop. To throw on 2nd and 6. Haskins. That's complete to John Ross. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Geis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shamar Stephen, his 2nd sack of the night.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. After the sack on 1st down, Haskins into a double team, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half, and you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action now, Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Cousins now. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. J.J. Watt. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be taken at the 10. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Washington. John Ross. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. On 1st down, this is Geis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our 1st half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff to Thompson.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Got a man, it's Ross, complete. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert. On 1st down, it's Haskins. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Steven Sims Jr. with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Monte Nicholson picks it. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. They'll check it down to Geis. And they'll get this down to the 10. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Final play of the half. It's Haskins. And that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed in the final seconds of the first half. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded at the goal line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after him early and try and create a big play.
Oh, he's going to take this out of the back of the end zone. And that's going to be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. It's going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch 54. It's our field. It's our field.
They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to this offense. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Redskins scoop it. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
Watch the pass.
Following the turnover, it's Haskins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. On 3rd down, Cousins. And he finds Cook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the 1st. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, this time Cook. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They run it again with Cook, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a fair catch called for, and he'll indeed take it at about the 6-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Let's go deep, tighten up.
They start on the ground with Geis. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Now a run with Geis. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis, 62 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he is going to be brought down at the 3-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of his end zone, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Cousins. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. To throw, Cousins. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. That'll bring up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Throwing, Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10, and he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins up front. The struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Switch up, switch up.
They go with Thompson again. And an alley to run. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. There he goes, right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerome Baker in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. To try again after the sack. Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Cousins throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Again, it's Cousins. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Now Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Cousins. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Throwing is Cousins, and this is Cook with a grab. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Redskins, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody might want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Sit back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Say packet nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. Phone got a big office store, got locks, I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got the foot on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody gon' want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out, might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the errands need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. I know what they thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope, they thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown. Hey.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show.